Okay, a couple of things right off the fucking bat. So, remember yesterday, or if you didn't see it in the fucking video yesterday, I was like, "Oh, I hurt my back, but don't worry, it's not that bad." Fast forward to today, holy shit, monkeys! It is fucking mind-bendingly bad. So I'm fucking hopped up on happy pills, feeling pretty loosey goosey right now. I was gonna make my Donald Trump video. I was gonna like channel all of my fucking pain and sorrow and frustration just directly at that fucking shithead. But you know what? Like, that can wait until tomorrow, hopefully, when I'm more lucid. I know I'm sounding pretty lucid right now, but that's because I've literally been sitting here for 5 minutes just pre-constructing this. Just this statement. Everything after this is gonna be complete babbly fucking nonsense. So, I'm in fucking pain, I'm fucking suffering, and I'm just heavily fucking opioid up. What should I do? I know. Let's talk about the shitty Death Note movie. Which, yeah, it's shitty. Like, surprise the fucking prize there. Like, nobody's coming for the Guyver yet. How fucked up is it that the Guyver is still the best American adaptation of an anime? I mean, you know what? I'll fight with fucking people with Speed Racer. Speed Racer wasn't a bad movie because it was not close enough to the anime. Speed Racer was a bad movie because it was too close to the anime. Fucking Speed Racer sucks. The reason it was big because fucking when it came out, there are like 5 fucking anime shows: Gigantor, Astro Boy, Speed Racer, Gundam. Not even 5, fucking 4. Like, so yeah, a fucking course Speed Racer got big and is a cultural fucking touchstone for people. Fucking Care Bears is a big cultural touchstone for fucking people because it was one of the first fucking Saturday morning cartoons. Does that mean it's fucking good? No. No, it doesn't. Look at the Hanna-Barbera cartoons. Are any of the Yogi Bear cartoons actually fucking good? No, but he's still a fucking cultural icon because, fucking kids remember him. See, already I'm fucking off to the racetracks with fucking babbly, incoherent tangents. I'm doing good, I say. So yeah, Death Note. I will say this in Death Note's favor. I think comparatively to like Ghost in the Shell, I honestly think Ghost in the Shell was the worst movie for different reasons. Biggest reason, Ghost in the Shell was just fucking boring. It really truly fucking was. Ghost in the Shell was just it was just crap. It was listless. It was lifeless. Like fucking Lucy was a better fucking movie, honestly, than Ghost in the Shell. Like, Lucy is a dumb, 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 dumb fucking movie, but Lucy is at least fucking fun with its stupidity. Like, they have no fucking fun in Ghost in the Shell. Like, I mean, you know what? Like, I could tell the director was having some fucking fun with this movie, so I guess that fucking counts for something. Like, yeah, you ruined a fucking long anticipated fucking like adaptation of a series. Because, like, honestly, I'll fight people on this. Not all anime is unadaptable for Western movies. Like, Death Note is honestly fucking an idiot. Couldn't fuck it up. Well, like, yeah, like an idiot fucked it up. Like the director of this, with all his fucking Dutch angles and synth soundtrack and neon colors. Because when I think fucking Death Note, I think Dutch angles, synth soundtracks, and neon colors. Also, I want to nip this shit in the fucking bud immediately. I should have started with this shit right off the fucking bat. I am not a Death Note fan. Quite frankly, I hate the fucking anime. The manga is actually okay. Like, I actually like the manga more, like, than the anime, because the manga actually does a lot more stuff with the things I find interesting in the Death Note universe. The Shinigami. Like, if you're interested in, like, the whole Shinigami, like, hierarchy and their history and backstories and shit, the manga is the place to fucking go for that shit. Like, I'll be honest, like, and like, here's the thing with Death Note. I'm not saying I didn't like Death Note because it was bad for me. I finished it all the way through, and I was like, well, I liked Ryuku and I liked Light, and I loved it when not Light, L. I hated fucking Light. I hate Light so fucking much, and I was so fucking happy when he got his comeuppance in the anime. It was so fucking sweet. Like, not only did he get the comeuppance of fucking dying, but he also got the comeuppance of fucking Ryuk just flat out just popping his fucking delusion bubble by saying, like, hey, asshole, you're not fucking special. Like, yeah, you're smart and manipulative for a human, but, like, I didn't choose you for the Death Note. I just threw that fucking shit, and you were the first dickhead who picked it up. Like, this wasn't some elaborate fucking plan to fucking fix humanity, you dingus. Also, I think the big coda, I think the real reason I don't like Death Note is in the end, like, it is kind of soft on Light, where it's like, well, Light was a monster, but he was trying to make humanity better, and it's like, and, like, technically Hitler was trying to make humanity better. Should we be sympathetic to fucking Hitler? Like, I don't think so. I'm not going to be sensitive to fucking Light. Like, fuck that guy. And I will say this. You don't have to have, like, you know, it's the Breaking Bad thing. Like, at least fucking, unlike Code Geass, which is doing another fucking series for just fuck knows why, but, like, at least fucking Death Note understood, like, if you're gonna have the main protagonist be fucking evil, they have to have comeuppance in the end. Like, you can't, like, if you have a character who is, like, legitimately fucking unsympathetically evil, like Light was, like, that's one. I will say this. For the American movie, I get why they made Light sympathetic, but not throughout the entire fucking movie. Like, I truly don't fucking. I'm gonna refer to Light from the anime and manga. That's Light. American movie, Timmy Turner, because his last name is Turner, and I'm not the first one to fucking point this shit out. But the second they say Turner, I just have the Fairly Odd Parents theme in my head, but with, like, Death Note characters, like Light Turner was a sad kid, no one understood too. Then one day his Shinigami came there for him. I don't know, like, if you give me a couple of minutes and for me not to be all fucking doped up on goofball pills, like, I probably would be able to do a better, like, off the top of my head, rendition of the Death Note theme mashed up with the Fairly Odd Parents theme. It's fucking so stupid. I know I haven't even fucking gotten into the actual fucking movie yet, but, like, there's a lot of, like, I need to explain my history, because it's, with the anger I have towards this film, it's very easy to confuse this with an angry fanboy who's just like, I didn't get the movie I fucking wanted, so I'm angry. Like, that is not it. I was, like, I didn't have a fucking race. I didn't have a horse in this race. Like, the only fucking horse I had in this race, I was like, well, Netflix is doing it, and, like, you know, like, a good chunk of Netflix's stuff isn't, like, I mean, to be fair, like, Netflix's movies, like, that should have been the red flag for me. That should have been the red flag for everybody, is when Netflix was like, we're doing Death Note, it's going to be a movie. Because, like, seriously, like, with the Netflix series, like, with the Netflix television series, like, you know, it's hard to point out, like, real fucking clunkers. Like, even Iron Fist, as much as I fucking hated Iron Fist does have its fucking defenders. Like, so, obviously, it did fucking, like, find its audience, and that's kind of Netflix's whole fucking thing, is, like, it doesn't, like, again, it kind of, like, it boggles my mind that Netflix fucked this up so much, because there's so many parallels between, like, Netflix and the manga industry / anime industry. Like, there's a reason why there's literally a manga and anime for any fucking group in Japan. Like, if you're a single fucking mother age 30 to 40, there's a manga for you. If you're a fucking prepubescent transsexual, like, person who's allergic to sunlight, there's probably a fucking manga for you. If you're a fucking, like, 85-year-old man who used to be a fisherman, but like he lost his fucking foot due to a grouper or so. I don't know what fish are native of. Like, I know spider crabs. Yeah, like he lost his foot to a spider crab, really big spider crab. There's a manga for that fucking one-footed fisherman. There's a fucking manga for that. There's probably 3 different mangas for that motherfucker, and he has standards about him. He's like, you know what? I like Old Man of the Sea better than I do like elderly person of the bay. But they're both better than senior C. That's just I wonder if those are real mangas now. Senior C really sounds like it could be a manga where it's just like, hey, it's One Piece but old people. Huh? I can see like a guy at Shonen Jump, like he's just sitting there like Shinji's dad from Evangelion with the fucking hands tinted up around his mouth, and he's just like, brilliant. We'll give you a 1-year run minimum. I imagine that's what would happen. So yeah, fucking let's actually get into talking about the shit fucking movie that is shit. So fucking the big fucking problems with this movie, and I already mentioned one of them, the director. Like, basically, you needed, and I don't want to come off mean when I say this, but you needed someone smarter. You didn't need to get a schlocky B-horror movie director. And, like, I know he did, what was it? Did he do fucking Unfriended? I think he did Unfriended. Like, Unfriended was... No, he didn't do Unfriended. I think he... Oh, God, if he did do Unfriended, like, fuck this guy. Unfriended was fucking garbage. I think he did The Guest. I haven't seen The Guest. Like, I know some people like it, but, like, I've seen some of this other fuckers, like, again, like, they're on fucking Netflix, like, the schlock fucking shit horror movies, like... That's seriously what this fucking feels like. It feels like a schlock Netflix horror movie smashed together with an ABC family movie. Like, this movie, even though the director is trying to do a lot of artsy-fartsy things, like bathe everything in neon lights, Dutch angles to show, like, how everybody's off balance in fucking life and blah, blah, blah. Like, even though he does all of that, it's just fucking for naught because of the shitty fucking quality of the digital cameras they fucking use. Like, it legitimately looks like a fucking goddamn Lifetime channel movie. It's so awful looking. Also, I went off on a tangent about this, but, like, I never finished it, but, like, the fucking synth soundtrack. I like fucking the synth revival. I am a fan of it. I will say that front up. I am so fucking happy that especially fucking horror and sci-fi movies again are using synth soundtracks because they really work really fucking well with fucking horror movies. But here's the fucking thing. Here's the nitty fucking gritty of Death Note. Death Note really isn't a fucking horror movie. Like, yeah, there's scary fucking things, but Death Note, at its fucking core, is a psychological movie. It's a psychological thriller. It's a psychological series. That's what Death Note is. So having, like, all of this 80s fucking horror movies shit going on, it really fucking just... It's not the fucking story. It is not the fucking story. Like, this is why I compare it to Ghost in the Shell, and I say they're both bad for different reasons. Big reason Ghost in the Shell's fucking bad is because it's just fucking boring and a goddamn waste. It's like the Thing fucking prequel. It's like there is legitimately no fucking reason for this fucking movie to exist. It doesn't do anything fucking better. It doesn't have any new ideas. It's just fucking a lesser copy of the fucking original and, like, the first fucking arc of the TV series. Like, that's the fucking Ghost in the Shell movie. The fucking, like the more infuriating fucking thing about Death Note is they actually do some fucking things well. Like there are some things in here which I'm like, that's kind of interesting. That's neat. Like I do like how, like for example, like the Cult of Kira is a lot more open in this version than in the original because yeah, that's just how fucking America would work. If there's a psychopathic fucking goddamn killer who could kill people in a fucking, like, by writing their name in a notebook, like, people would be like, yeah, we're down for this fucking shit. We love vigilantes. That's why the fucking Punisher became a hero, even though, you know, he started off as an actual fucking villain, but the 80s fucking happened, and then, like, a lot of bad shit. A lot of bad shit. That's the other thing too. I can't help but compare like this show's treatment of like the topic of vigilantism versus like Daredevil's handling of it. And like that's the other thing. Like if you want to show like talking about like detailing like the hypocrisy and just shittiness of like the American psyche when it comes to like criminal justice and how we're just like really fucking two-faced about it. We want actual justice, but we also want revenge. And those two things are not the fucking same. Like Daredevil does a really fucking good job of delving into that shit. Death Note is a 140-minute movie that fucking that rather fucking spends time on fucking gory Final Destination bullshit deaths, like a fucking ladder decapitation, where it's like that's not how a ladder would decapitate somebody. That's like it's cool, I guess. Like that's neat. Whatever. Fuck it. So yeah, fucking just. Oh, fucking who? The cast, that's another big problem. Like, I like the fucking chick. Like, she was actually light. Like, she was the light of this film. Like, she was the person who was outsmarting people and manipulating people. Like, that goes into the biggest fucking problem. The biggest fucking problem with Death Note. And again, it goes back into Ghost in the Shell. Ghost in the Shell, even though it was a shit movie, they did a good job of fucking portraying those characters. Like those characters, I mean, like not counting the manga. Like the Ghost in the Shell manga is very tonally different than the Ghost in the Shell anime or the fucking movie. Well, the anime movie, like, so I wouldn't judge it on that, but like, yeah, in accordance with like the animes, like Ghost in the Shells, like they did a really good job of being like, these are the characters people like. This is what they want to see from the major. This is what they want to see from Bato. Like this is the characters they want to see. Like they did a good job at that. This movie, this fucking smarter than fucking it thinks it is piece of fucking shit. Like, I can't help but feel the director like truly didn't understand Death Note at all. Like, I truly don't think he understands why people like the characters of Light and L and Ryuki. Oh boy, poor Ryuki. So I'll start with him because Ryuki is legitimately, even though I've said it, like I'm not the biggest Death Note fan, I legitimately love Ryuki. He has a really great fucking story and character arc in Death Note where he's this fucking god of death who's like this huge fucking prick and shit, and ultimately he's the fucking victim. Like, he's the biggest, like, not the biggest, like, it'd be all the people fucking L fucking, like, not L, Light fucking killed, but, like, in terms of, like, I remember it, like, it's there's a really, really great, I forget, it's been so long since I've watched the anime, so I forget if this part is adapted in the anime, but there's this great fucking part in the manga where, like, when Ryuki first meets Light, and Ryuki realizes that Light is a fucking psychopath, and Ryuki's kind of like, oh shit, I might have fucked up here. I might have fucked up. Shit, maybe this is why we don't just willy-nilly throw these things into the human world. Shit. No, and this one, Ryuki is just like, I'm an evil shadow man. Yeah, I got a fat face. They really fucked up Ryuki's, like, character design. Like, like, Ryuki, Like, and all of the Shinigami, by extension, have really great, memorable, unique character designs. Fucking Ryuki in this just looks like fucking William Dafoe, fucking goddamn cosplaying fucking Babadook. And not even the cool fucking Babadook from the book. I'm talking about the fucking hipster who lived in the basement eating worms, who was like not even a monster, but like a representation of a mother's anxiety. Babadook was a weird movie. Anyways, so yeah, fucking. Also, they don't do anything with the fucking apples. That pisses me fucking off. Like they have apples. They have apples, but you like it's never like an actual thing like in the movie, like in the anime, like you never, or the manga, where it's like you never find out that like, oh, death gods love apples. Like that was a great fucking scene in the fucking anime where like fucking where Light kills that one fucking prisoner and has him write in his own blood on the fucking wall, like, death god, like, L, did you know death gods love apples? And L fucking, and it's one of the few moments in the anime where L fucking loses his composure and flips his fucking shit. Like, oh, speaking of L, let's move on to him. Like, so out of the three, because he's probably the least worst done out of the three people who they really fucked up. Like L, like, I mean, he does have like the weirdo stuff and he is kind of eccentric, but at the same time, he doesn't come off as smart. He just comes off as like just an asshole and really fucking impulsive and rash. Like, there's a lot of fucking times when L just comes to a fucking conclusion for no fucking reason. It's legitimately worse than fucking Sherlock in terms of like justifying why the characters came to this logical conclusion. Like, the point where fucking L figures out Light is fucking Kira, it is such a fucking leap in logic where it's like, how the fuck did you figure this shit out? I am legitimately at a loss for this. And speaking of Light, because again, like, they're like, really, like, my like L, like, really, my fucking characterizations of all three of these fuckers could be summed up with that, like, they're not Ryuki, they're not fucking L, and they're not fucking Light. It's Timmy Turner, fucking Miles Morales, and fucking goddamn cosplay Babadook. Like, that's the actual fucking characters of the Death Note live action movie. Well, American live. That's the other thing too. I will say this. Again, I am not necessarily against adapting anime into Western film. Like, but this was the wrong fucking way. This was legitimately the wrong fucking way to go with Death Note. What they should have done, in my opinion, is this should have been a sequel set in the same, well, not even a sequel, not like a sidequel, I'd say, like a sidequel set in the same universe, and it's just a random fucking story of some fucking bullied kid. And oh yeah, that's the other thing, like, going back to Light's a bully kid. He's a bully kid, and like, he's not even fucking, he's dumb. Like, Light is a fucking, like, Light is legitimately, I think, supposed to be mentally disabled in this movie. Like, which I'll completely fucking go bravo for that. Like, that's some real fucking progress there. It's like, hey, let's hire this mentally challenged guy to be Light Turner, Timmy Turner. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's some kind of weird Make-A-Wish deal with some like dying mentally disabled guy, and he was like, I want to be Timmy Turner in the movie. And it's like, shit, we didn't fucking tell him that Fairly Odd Parents got canceled. What can we do? It's like, well, the Death Note movie still needs somebody to be Light. Just slot him in there. Nobody's gonna give a shit anyways. It's a fucking westernized anime adaptation. Nobody fucking has any hope for that shit, and nobody should have. So yeah, like, I would have called like this Death Note movie like something like Death Note Wild West. Cause like, that would be like so fucking perfect. Cause it would go into like, one, fucking one, like fucking Japan, like Japan's the East, America's the West. Boom, right there. Fucking America has a huge fascination with the lawless, vigilante-filled period of time known as the Wild West, like Western, like Western justice, that kind of fucking shit. Like it could have worked. Again, like it could have worked. The big fucking problem is they made it fucking goddamn Light, L, and fucking Ryuk. Like they could have had Ryuk in here, but like I wouldn't have had him as the main Shinigami. I would have came up with a completely different Shinigami for the movie. Like again, I would have tried to at least be like, look, I'm interested in bringing this story to the West. Like, because again, Netflix, a lot of people watch Netflix. Let's be completely honest here. More people are probably going to end up watching this movie on Netflix than if it ever came out in theaters. More people are going to be like, oh, it's on Netflix. Let me give it a try. So, like, I get it. I get that argument. Because let's be honest, like, no matter how good an anime is, like, it is an anime. There's a stigma attached to it. Like, not only in Japan, like, to be fair, the stigma's kind of wore off on anime in Japan over the years, but, like, in the West, it's honestly over, it's, if anything, it's intensified because a lot of fucking dipshits on the internet who are Nazis, like, using fucking cartoon cat girls as fucking avatars. I don't know why. I don't know where the correlation to that came from. It's weird. So fucking, I don't know. I'm getting really sleepy now. I think I might end this or go get a snack, a nice tasty snack of sorts. Basically, long story short is this was fucking shit, and nobody, like, it should have been different. They should have, like, again, if you're going to fucking do a remake, reimagining, reboot, whatever the fuck you want to call it, why the fuck are you going to be like, oh, you know how everybody loves Light because he's a super intelligent, manipulative psycho? Let's turn him into a slow-witted, sad, bullied kid. Like, that's what people want from a Death Note adaptation. They don't want the characters they know and love. They want fucking dumb, mildly retarded fucking dopey kid from fucking some Nickelodeon show I never fucking heard of. But yeah, like, this was just, like, you know when you have, like, low standards and, like, sometimes people accuse me of having high standards. Like, no, I have very fucking low standards. It's not my fucking fault. Sometimes shit is so bad, it trips over the low fucking bar. I lay on the fucking floor. Like, Batman versus Superman is one such fucking instance of that because somebody at DC decided it was a good idea to give fucking goddamn Superman, one of their flagship fucking characters, a symbol of fucking pure altruistic fucking goodness, to a fucking Ayn Randian objectivist. Someone who legitimate fucking political philosophy and worldview can't understand altruism. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's fucking give that. And again, this feels like the same fucking shit here. Like, let's give fucking Death Note a very thoughtful, slow-paced, psychological thriller. Let's give it to a schlock, shitty fucking goddamn horror movie guy. Let's just do that. Ugh. I'll be honest, I kind of wish this fucking came out in theaters. Like, that's a big problem with this being on Netflix, is it, like, it's not going to hurt that guy's career. Like, the thing that's going to hurt that guy's career is going to be Godzilla versus King Kong. Because, yeah, this fucking, like, for anybody who was looking forward to Godzilla versus King Kong, guess what? This guy is doing that movie. So have fun with a synth soundtrack, neon lights at Dutch angles. Anyways, I'm off. I'm going to go lie down and maybe eat some grapes or something. I don't know.